is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. Today is January 21st, 2025. We're at 888 East Burch Creek Hollow. We have the camera pushed out 115 feet. We are not yet to the city connection. I've got it pushed out as far as I can get it with my camera. So there is part of the line that we're not able to see, but once I go through a couple tight turns and work my camera over a couple offsets, it gets harder and harder to push. And so we're going to see as much as we can, but there is part of the line that we're not able to see. I did find a couple important items that you want to have addressed. Trying to figure out what type of pipe this is. It might be gravel cement, and it might be transite. Transite is a cement asbestos pipe, but usually it's a little more white, and it's not usually quite so rough. But the joints do look similar to transite. Does not look like clay. Certainly not cast iron. Not yet. You do have some casts, but we're not going through it yet. This is how you want the line to look. No standing water. So far there's no roots, but we are going to see some roots that you'll want to have cleaned out. Little offset there. That's a spot where waste could get stuck and create a blockage. A little bit of standing water here, so a little bit of a flat spot. When you have a little belly like that, waste can settle and look at that. Looks like you might be getting some maybe groundwater working its way into the line. It also looks like you have a crack in the pipe right there. This could be a good line to put a liner in. Looks like you have good grade. If you were to blow in a liner, you could seal up any cracks like that. That's going to prevent roots from getting in. Pretty big offset here where the pipes have slipped and become disconnected. That does look like gravel cement. That does not look like transite. This is a spot that I'd recommend doing a spot repair on. This could cause a lot of problems for you in the future if waste gets stuck. A little over 60 feet out. Another one there. This part of the pipe looks more like transite to me. This looks a lot less like gravel cement. It's a lot smoother. It's more white. So you might have a mixable. There's some roots. Pretty decent sized one. Also a little separation on the pipe, it looks like. I'd recommend having that cleaned out, and when you have that done, get a price to have that bad offset around 60 feet, getting that one repaired. Some more separation here. I mean, you have enough spots that could cause problems that you might want to dig up at least part of the line to get those repaired, and then maybe you could blow in a liner through part of it. This is cast iron. Cast iron gets real rough and rusty. Eventually it will need to be replaced. I mean, this looks pretty rough. I'd recommend having that cleaned. They could put coat it, which would make it a lot smoother. That's where they cut the rust off, basically with a chain. It also thins out the pipe, but it makes it so that waste is going to be less likely to get caught. You can inspect it better once you get all that rust off. I'm accessing the line through a clean out in the garage, and I kind of lucked out because at the bottom of this clean out, it kind of makes a T where the camera could have gone in either direction. Luckily it went out towards the street like I wanted it to without too much trouble, but sometimes I'll hit T's like that and it wants to keep going the opposite direction. So, I mean, when you have work done on this line in the future, I guess what I'm getting at is that other people could have issues with that joint trying to get their camera or their hydrojet or snake or other tool to go the right direction. But to recap, I would recommend having this line cleaned to get the roots out, and then also get a price to get those offsets repaired. Those are pretty decent sized offsets and broken pieces of pipe that you want to have repaired before it causes a blockage. I'm going to end this recording now.